Well, hey out there, fellow gardeners and beekeepers. It's Kathy, the neighborhood gardener. In this little orange box here in my kitchen, I have got my new queen and her attendants. I'm going to go install them today in my new hive. So take a listen. They just sound beautiful. Okay, so I'm out here in my apiary. I'm going to show you where I've started this new little apiary at. So I have got my box that has my container with my queen in there and some attendants, and I'm just going to go ahead and film and show you how this is done. It's really pretty quick. I do have to tell you this is probably maybe the second or third time I've had to install a new queen, and just always make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Your local beekeeping association and other beekeepers are wonderful, just to make sure you have things set in your head of what you're doing. Always have a plan when you go out there. I don't want to make any mistakes. So thank you to TJ at D&J Apiary. You have been a wonderful help to me. So you can see those are my 3 established hives. They're very healthy and strong hives. And we took frames from each of these hives to make this new split. And right here, let me just show you from the front area here. Work in progress. I have to level those blocks out underneath there, and then I will fill in with gravel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke them. I can hear them in there. They're just buzzing because they don't have a queen. So let me lift this. Oops. See, they've maybe propolize this lid down just a little bit because they can get up on the top there. These are probably some of the foragers coming out. It's interesting to watch them flying out of here. You can kind of see them just coming out. I put this feeder on, and they've taken half of it that you can see. So that's good. This is just, let me show you, an empty box that I had that feeder in. And we'll get in, and what I'm going to be doing first is checking on the frames that make sure that they have not started building any queen cells in there. If they do, I'm going to knock those queen cells down because I don't want those queen cells competing with this new queen that I'm going to be putting in. Let me go ahead and open this up. There's no queen in here yet, of course, but I'm still going to look just to make sure that when we made this split, that by accident we were very careful to check to make sure that the queen was not on any of these frames. But I just like to check again. All right, and again, looking at this one, I see lots of pollen and nectar. Looking for my queen. I'm not expecting, I'm hoping not to see a queen. Same thing here, pollen and nectar. These girls a little bit. You can see she's stinging. You can see her little behind is caught in there. I hate that. Let me just calm them down a little bit. Don't see a queen or any queen cups on there. Oh, I do see one. Let me get rid of that. Don't want this one on there. I see a couple more on this side. So they're doing exactly what you would expect them to do. They're queenless and they want a queen. So here's a couple more. Just destroying those. And my gosh, I can see down in there, they are, actually there is larvae down in there. So they were starting to feed and build a couple of queen cells. Okay, there's one more. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of that one, girls. Again, wow, they're really, I don't know if you can kind of see in there. That looks like, I can get it close enough. Maybe I can blow a picture up to show you. This has got a lot of brood on it. I think, and there's more brood here. So I'm going to flip this one around here. And that is where I'm going to put my queen, right in between all that brood. Alright, so I know where I'm going to put my queen at. So I want to take these empty frames and start putting these on the outer edges. Let me take this off. Don't need that. And then they'll continue to build out on these frames. Let me put these here. Okay. So now I'm going to open this box. Just give them a little more smoke here. And I'll try to take the camera off so I can kind of show you when I put this in. So I'm going to release this. When you open it up, you're going to see bees fly out. Those are her attendant bees. All right. So let me do this so you can kind of see in there. Look, those are all the little attendant bees around her cage. This little piece of paper towel was moistened, and that had, so they could give her water, and a little bit of honey was put in here as well. And you can kind of see right in there, all the attendants are all on this little cage. So let me just gently pick this up. I may have to set it down so I can put it down here a little bit so I can not drop anything. So let me show you. I want to get a look at her. And there she is. Those little girls right there are all over her. See if you can see her in there. Sorry, my hands are a little shaky here. Steady them. You can see she's in that cage. Hello. All right. And at the end of this, I'm just trying to be so careful not to drop this with these clumsy gloves. There's candy at the edge, at the end stuffed in there. So I'm going to put that inside the hive, facing down, or at a little bit of an angle downward. And then the bees will chew that candy out. I'm hoping you can see that. The bees will chew that candy out and release her once they've decided they are going to accept her. So you can kind of see in there, she's in there, she's alive and well. All right, so this is in between this frame and this frame, full of brood. So that's where I want to put her. And I want to make sure she doesn't go down too far, but I want to wedge her in between. A minute before I put her down there, let me get my hive tool so I can squeeze these a little more. I think there's a little too much room, and I don't want to drop her down to the bottom. So I'm just going to force her in there just gently. Gently put her in here, right in the center. Get a better grip on her. And this is an Italian queen. All right, so I think you can see I'm just gently putting that in there. Just like that, in between these two frames. I'll get her wedged in good, because I don't want her falling to the bottom. Not a good thing. Let me point. This is pretty interesting. Let me get you a little closer. So as you can see right here, there she is, and look at how all those bees are going after her. They're all smelling her pheromones. Might push her down just a little bit more. Watch out. Just a little bit more so she's a little flush. All right. Well, now I just have to, I think what I'm going to name this hive here is going to be my autumn hive. Because it's September, maybe not quite autumn, but the painting that I've done on it is orange and orange flowers, so it's a little more representative of autumn. So I think she's going to be Queen Autumn. Okay, so I thought this through. I think I do want to switch this around to the larger entrance at this point while the queen is still in the cage and less chance of damaging her if she's out when I check in 7 days. So I'm just gonna flip this around. Let me move this back, and then the frame of that feeder will cover up the largest part, and that will take care of that. So let me put this back here, and let me just see if I can do this without too much problems. All right, so this is that. All right, so what I want to do, so you can already see they've started propolizing that right there. It's what they do. So I want it to be like this. Open here, closed here. Little casualty bees. I'm gonna just help them drag their dead out. All right, so this needs to go in like that. So there is an opening there. So let me just lift this up gently and push this back in. Let's see if I've got enough strength to get her in there. Okay. All right. So that looks like it's on there pretty good. All right. And the base of this is the same size. It's just a smaller jar, but I'm gonna let him finish this off. So this just goes gently in there, just like that. Okay, and then you can see right here the size of the opening right here is just maybe a tad bit wider than that opening, but that will still work. The bees can go in and out, and they can finish taking the rest of this nectar, our sugar water, which is a substitute for their nectar. Okay, well, that is it for installing a new queen into my new split hive. And there is a picture that my friend Kathy painted. This would be Queen Autumn. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it helps somebody in some way. Again, I'm still new, still learning, and I've just enjoyed doing this and sharing this with you. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You all have a great day out there. Don't forget to count your blessings. They're everywhere. Bye-bye.